Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Listen up, Wine Coven. In case you missed it, the gals, that's me and Lucy, are going to Mexico City. We're going in January of 2026, and we really want you to come along, okay? It's going to be super fun. This is going to be a whirlwind trip of food and culture. We will see the work of legendary artists like Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera. We're going to do some mezcal mixology. We're going to stroll through beautiful historic neighborhoods. We'll be enjoying tacos and tequila like a local. And whether you've visited before or it's your first time, it is my first time. I'm very excited. This itinerary is designed to maximize the memories in just 4 colorful, exciting, enriching days with us gals. We really, really love these trips. They are really incredible. Yeah, they're frankly incredibly life-changing. But honestly, you don't have to just take it from us. We wanted to share some feedback that we got from a recent traveler who joined us in Greece. This is a beautiful review. Enjoy it. We love it.
Yes, this review reads, "This trip was amazing before it even started. The fact that Lucy and Amanda can attract a group of strangers that get along as if they have taken 10 trips together beforehand is just spectacular." That is so true.
It's true. We mesh pretty instantly. It's kind of remarkable.
I felt welcome, safe, and included every step of the way. Tropha Trip and Wine and Crime obviously did a thorough job selecting the activities and hotels we enjoyed each day. I don't think it would have been hard to have a great time in Greece, but the selection was top-notch. Lucy and Amanda did a wonderful job hosting without it feeling forced. They genuinely wanted to be there and wanted to hang out and get to know us all. We super do.
We do.
Love it. So thank you, gals, for creating such an epic trip. I can't wait to book the next one.
That's from Tony Lee. Thank you so much, Tony.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you in Mexico City, Tony. So whether you are traveling solo or with your bestie,
your husband,
you're gonna make some new amazing friends, and we can't wait to be 2 of them. So tickets are going fast. We only have a few spots left. They're available now. So you can head to our website at wineandcrimepodcast.com for the link for the ticket purchase, and hopefully we'll see you in Mexico City.
Yes.
Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where 2 friends burst into tears moments before recording out of anticipatory joy.
Yep. We're going to see each other soon, and we're really excited.
Yeah.
And I asked if we could do one specific thing together, and Lucy's yes response was to suddenly burst into tears. And then I started crying.
We're going to Palm Springs soon.
Yeah.
And we've had a fucking week, personally, emotionally. It's fine. We're fine.
Globally.
And I said, I can't wait for Palm Springs. And Amanda said, can we get really high and walk to the botanical center garden and walk around together? And I don't know why that brought forth an emotion in me.
It's such a perfect prospect. It's such a perfect offer.
So if we look a little bit
blotchy, it's
wet,
because we were supposed to start 47 minutes ago, and we had stuff to work through, to process.
We had stuff to process.
Anyway, I'm Amanda. Hi, this is Wine and Crime. Sorry, Wine and Cry.
Chat True Crime. I'm Lucy. I'm fine. Everything is fine.
Worst Minnesotan accent, whatever. Fuck it. It's cool. Hi. You know where you are, I hope. And if you don't, welcome.
You've happened upon something weird. Here we go.
You're somewhere.
Well, welcome and we're sorry. today, oh God, it's a fan pick. Yes, okay, you pulled it in. Okay, sorry. I'm totally prepared.
I got you.
On today's episode of Wine and Crime, we have a very special fan pick from Brittany Terry.
Brittany Terry, you're tearing me apart, Brittany.
You're terrible, Brittany.
No,
not really.
You're not. You're wonderful. Thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you for your support. And you're actually very fun fan pick. I don't know what your case is. Might not be fun.
It was the fan case. It's not fun. Also, there's a spider somewhere in this office.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot.
That is so big, including body, leg girth. And I tried, you know what? I'm going to say it. I tried to kill it, okay, guys? I don't always kill every spider, but my husband's not home, and it was too much.
Sometimes you have to protect your number one.
It was too fucking much. And so I was too scared to touch it. So I went to get the vacuum and it scuttled away. And so I have my vacuum right here in case that motherfucker shows up. And Lucy has promised she'd be watching the wall behind me.
I'll be watching the wall. I'll be watching like your hair and your shoulders and stuff.
Stop!
If it descends from the ceiling.
If that fucking thing descends from the ceiling, I'm sorry. That's it. That's my 13th reason. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I will exit this vessel.
There's no reason.
This earthly plane.
There's no reason why it would descend from the middle of the ceiling.
No.
Also, here's what I have to always tell myself about spiders. They're looking for bugs.
They're more afraid of you than you are of them.
I know. They'd rather be in a place where other bugs are, which is like not where you can see them. They're in a corner. They're under something. They're hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
It's probably not right in front. The times we do see them, they're around us a lot more often than we know, I guess is what I'm saying to make you feel better.
By a spider's thread. Okay? Which, you know what? I'm going to reframe that because spider thread, spider web, silk is strong. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The lies we tell ourselves so that we don't launch ourselves into the sun. Anyway, Brittany Terry, you've chosen what?
Tennessee crimes.
That's right, baby.
You're the only 10 I see, Brittany Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Well, I have, I think, some fun things to talk about for the most part. So
sure.
Let's look forward to that. And in the meantime, Amanda, please tell us our wine crime pairing because I would like to not be in my own brain quite so much anymore for now.
I'll take it from here. Our girl Brittany also wanted us to shout out for the wine crime pairing this week. Xül Beer, Xul, but pronounced Zool like with a Z. Don't get it wrong. They're really adamant about it on the homepage of their website. It's Zool, okay? They are located in Knoxville, Tennessee, but you can get their products both at their tap room and in stores in several different locations. And they have quite a crop, quite a selection, kind of anything that you're looking for, they probably have for you.
Okay.
I'm trying to go back to the tab with all their beers on it, but I accidentally landed on their merch tab, and they have really cute merch. So if you're like less about the beer, but you're all about like really fun graphic tees.
I love merch.
A lot of this is kind of calling your name. It's also very much calling Corey's name.
Oh, I feel Christmas is coming.
Yeah, I feel like Corey would really like a lot of these. Okay, I'm going to go back to the beer now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 80s kind of colorful.
Yup. You can check them out at xulbeer.com. It's XULBEER.com. And then you can find locations. You can find like where to buy their beer in stores. You can also get stuff at their tap room. But they have a whole huge selection of both on tap and available in cans to go. They have IPAs, so if you want some like really hoppy shit, they have a ton of them. They have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 IPAs alone on tap right now. I'm a big fan of sour beers, especially when the weather is hot. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fruited sour beers on tap right now, including Tiny Umbrella, which looks amazing. It is gluten-free. It's a sour beer made with mango, guava, and pineapple.
Oh, stop.
And girl, it's 7% ABV. It's a banger.
Okay.
That'll get you. I'm sure they're serving it in a smaller glass, but that has completely caught my eye. I really want to try that. But then they also have a really nice array of dark beers, lighter beers like Pilsners or lagers if you're not looking for the hops, but you're also not looking for like the fruit. You just want something basic, something classic. But they also have a ton of non-alcoholic options as well. And it's just, the website's really cool. Their tap room looks gorgeous. There's a lot of women who work on their brewing team, which I love to see. And yeah, they do all kinds of cool events. And it looks like they have a location on 5th Ave. They have a Hardin Valley location and a Central Street location that I think is more about production, which is cool. So they're definitely a bigger brewery. They have a lot of really cool stuff to offer, and you should check them out. Again, that's Xül Beer Company, XUL Beer Company, and you can check them out at xulbeer.com. Thank you for the rec, Brittany.
Yum. Well, next time I'm in Knoxville.
Right.
Because we'll get to it.
We go there all the time.
Well, we'll get to it.
Maybe. All right. Well, before we get to it, let's get to a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. Unless, of course, you are a member of our coven on Uncorked. And if you are subscribing, then you'll get this episode and all episodes and our bonus content ad-free. So what are you waiting for?
You gotta find us on Uncorked.
Come join us on Uncorked.
We have so much fun over there.
You can find it on our website at wineandcrimepodcast.com.
Oh, you sure can.
Okay, we'll be right back.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Annabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Annabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Fall is in full swing, people. The temperatures are dropping. The leaves are turning orange. It's beautiful outside, and it is the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe with pieces that feel as good as they look. And luckily, Quince makes it super easy to look polished, to stay warm, and to save big without compromising on quality.
Oh my God, we just did a thorough house cleaning, and I washed like everything, and I resorted my cubbies, my clothing cubbies, so that like summer and cooler stuff goes toward the bottom, and I moved up my sweaters, and I washed my Quince like white knit cozy
Your
sweater.
favorite,
It's
the
my
fisherman.
my fisherman sweater. I love it so much. I'm like, baby, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. And that is just one of my many Quince pieces. And you're going to find something amazing for you too, because Quince has all the elevated essentials for fall. We're talking 100% Mongolian cashmere from $50, washable silk tops and skirts, and perfectly tailored denim, all at prices that feel too good to be true. They're so well priced. I can't. I am currently deeply in love and have added several to my Christmas list. Their wool coats.
That cocoon coat?
The tailoring on these coats, they look designer level. They are absolutely stunning, and they cost a fraction of the price of a designer wool coat. The quality is just as fabulous, if not better, and they can do this by partnering directly with ethical top-tier factories and cutting out the middlemen. Quince delivers luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. What is not to love? It's the kind of wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless, and frankly, it is. Their website's so easy to use, it's smart on your wallet, and you're going to look fabulous.
Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/wine for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/wine to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/wine. I find it very anxiety-inducing to check my bank balance, which is really immature of me, but
also super relatable and fair.
Yeah. So it makes me feel so good when I get an email from Rocket Money that's like, hey girl, like maybe you're spending a little too close, you're spending a little too much this month, you're close to being over your budget. Or hey, did you know this subscription just increased? No, I did not. No, I didn't remember even signing up for that subscription in the first place. Thank you, Rocket Money, for letting me know that I'm paying for something that I have no awareness of. And that is why Rocket Money truly is the mature one in the room for me who can help me with my financial success because Lord knows I need it.
We all do. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. What's not to love? Rocket Money is so easy to use. Their dashboard is fantastic. Shows you all of your expenses in one place, including subscriptions that you might have forgotten about. If you see a subscription you no longer want, Rocket Money will help you cancel it. Their dashboard lays out your total financial picture and not in like a big, scary, ominous way. It'll show you bill due dates that are coming up, paydays, like it knows when money is coming into your account, what you can expect, in a way that's just super easy to digest. It's not meant to overwhelm you. You can even automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending, or if maybe you have some financial changes coming up, like you're getting a raise, you can make all of those adjustments in the app so that you know exactly how much money you've got coming in and what you can spend. If you've got a goal that you'd like to save for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put extra money aside. I love this. Love this. I used this for our wedding. It was so helpful. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. This is an amazing feature because the app automatically scans your bills to find opportunities to save and then goes to work to get you better deals. They already know what's coming up to be withdrawn out of your account. They'll be like, hey girl, you can maybe get this service for cheaper. And then they'll even talk to customer service so that you don't have to. You can get alerts if your bills increase in price, if there's unusual activity in your accounts, if you're close to going over budget, like Lucy said. And even they give you positive reinforcement when you're doing a great job, which, my God, I love. Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all the app's premium features.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/gals today. That's rocketmoney.com/gals, rocketmoney.com/gals. All right, we're back. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Tennessee.
Is there a flag?
Yeah, baby. There's
Oh,
a flag.
thank God. Just tell me when to go to the drive.
I will. Not yet.
Okay.
Tennessee is a landlocked state in the southeast United States,
Okay.
bordered by Kentucky to the north, Virginia to the northeast, North Carolina to the east, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi to the south, Arkansas to the southwest, and Missouri to the northwest.
Wow. She's got a lot of neighbors.
That's 8 states that she's bordered by, which is the most states that you're bordered by, except for the tie, which is Missouri, which we fucking covered like yesterday.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Gal.
Golly.
Okay.
And they're touching.
Touching.
At the northwest part of Tennessee.
Wow.
And this is because she's so long.
Yeah, she is long.
She's 432 miles wide, but only 112 miles tall.
Yeah.
By the way, Amanda described that fucking spider as tall earlier, and I almost threw up.
It is. It's tall. It's tall. But it's not like Daddy Longlegs tall. It has like robust legs. Ugh. I'm saying she is fortified to take action against me at any moment.
No. Oh, no. Okay, I'm looking at your background. I don't see it. I don't see it right
scan.
now.
We're doing a scan. If I just run it every few minutes as a warning.
Yeah. We'll scurry away.
It should do what needs to be done. Sorry,
Where did
John.
you last see it?
It was right by this game box.
On top of the rabbit cage.
On top of the rabbit. I think it's down behind it now, probably.
It definitely is.
Yeah, and I'm not moving that fucking thing to find it.
No, Blanche will eat it eventually.
No, because it's not open in the back. Unless it crawls in there. I don't want Blanche to eat. I'm going to barf. I'm going to borf. I can't.
Okay. All right. That would have
can't.
been my easy solution.
Maybe Beans will hunt it. Beans does like to hunt bugs.
I got to get you one of those bug grabbers. I think I've said this like 4 times. I have a list of gifts I need to get you for your birthday. I'm just going to start writing them down. I have 3 off the top of my head. That bug grabber thing, as I'm just telling you what I'm getting you for your birthday.
I love this. I have no patience. I do not care to be surprised. I want to know
You like a
now.
surprise.
I mean, I my heart is touched by a surprise, but I also love a reveal.
Okay. All right. Well, oh my God. This
Oh,
day is
no.
going to shit. This pen just leaked on my fingers.
That's terrible. That's like one of your favorite types of pens, too.
I have
the
300 more of them.
the betrayal.
I know.
Do you have makeup remover wipes? Because that's helpful with pen.
You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to not worry about it right now. So, if you are picturing the United States, you know how there's like the chef in a chef's hat holding the plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yes.
So, Tennessee
is the plate.
is the plate.
Yeah.
Upon which the fried chicken sits.
The only reason I know where those 2 states are. Like, the only reason I can identify those on a map. I cannot fill in an entire U.S. map accurately. I can do okay.
I bet I do pretty well, except when it comes to all that tiny shit on the East Coast.
I feel like
New England.
I would do well with the tiny shit because I grew up around there. But I struggle.
We should have a competition sometime.
You'll win.
At our
Let's do
next
it.
happy hour.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get us a virtual U.S. map test. We can take it together on happy hour.
Amazing. Okay, so it is the plate. It's the plate. Nashville is the capital of Tennessee, but Memphis is the largest city.
I do love Nashville. I've never been to Memphis. I would very much like to go.
I forgot. I was going to look up bachelorette party stats about Nashville.
Yeah, it rose pretty exponentially. Like Vegas used to hold down the #1 spot, but Nashville's pretty up there.
Hold on, I'm going to look this up.
got to.
Nashville bachelorette party. So the most recent comprehensive stats about bachelorette parties in Nashville are from 2022.
Okay.
But just within that year, there were over 30,000. I don't know if they
bachelorette trips or parties, maybe.
30,000 parties in a single year. I don't know how they're really calculating that, but yeah, they have so many different things in Nashville that are catered to bachelorette parties and like Airbnbs and shit that are just.
When we were there for a show years ago, people were telling us all about how there's been like an explosion of bachelorette travel to Nashville. And we partied. I was like, really? And then we went out a couple nights and I was like, oh, okay. I kind of get it now.
I think it's just like the country music trend. It's it's the generation that is getting engaged and married right now. Who were super into like Carrie Underwood and Taylor Swift. They're younger than us for the most part. And they were just into that kind of country music shit. So they want to go to Nashville and wear pink cowboy boots.
Hey.
And like a short white little dress.
Pink
and look
pony
adorable.
club.
Look
Do
adorable.
Do your thing. Tip your
Yes.
bartenders. Don't be a nuisance.
Definitely tip your bartenders. Leave the gays alone.
Leave the gays alone.
Yeah, so lots of bachelorette parties.
I'd rather go to Vegas and have Chris Angel pour bacteria on me while he hovers over my corpse. So that was my choice.
I forget that was your bachelorette party because I just remember it as like the best friend trip I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fucking fun.
Okay, so Tennessee also has a very rich Native American heritage, mainly from the Cherokee and the Chickasaw, who populated the area at the time of white settlement in the 1770s. The Cherokee, who lived in the Smoky Mountains area, so that's in the East Tennessee, left a palpable legacy in that area despite white encroachment. In response to the challenges on the frontier, white settlers in Tennessee developed a strongly independent attitude that has revealed itself often in state and national politics.
Who knew?
Andrew Jackson, ever heard of him? And also James K. Polk were from Tennessee.
Cool.
The state currently has 2 U.S. senators, both Republican. We got Bill Hagerty and Marsha Blackburn, who is now running for governor also. So God help you all. Yep.
Cool.
Politically,
Dicey.
Dicey.
Yep. But, you know, as we continue to learn, like, look what's happening in Texas. A lot of that is less to do with actual representation of the wants and needs of their population and more about voter suppression, manipulation, gerrymandering, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes. And
so, know your rights.
As we will get to, Tennessee is actually very politically diverse. And there are a lot of more left-leaning progressives in the state than their representative politics would have you believe.
Yeah, and that holds true for many, if not most, red states. And for much, if not most, of what we lovingly call the Deep South. It's less about representation and more about oppression, 9 times out of 10.
Well, especially in these northern southern states. They're on the fence. So the flag. Well, let's talk about the flag now.
Okay,
because that will lead us to more discussion of Tennessean politics.
Does this mean I can look at it?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. The flag is fairly tasteful as far as state flags go. It's on a field of red. It has a blue stripe bordered in white on the fly side of the flag.
So that's the side that flaps.
The side that flies.
Okay.
The fly side. Little vexillological vocab for you.
Okay.
When asked about that blue bar on the end, the designer, Colonel Leroy Reeves, stated, quote, "The final blue bar relieves the sameness of the crimson field and prevents the flag from showing too much crimson when hanging limp." So it's purely aesthetics.
Thank
and
you.
Just to break up all the fucking red that you put in there in the first place.
Very red.
And it didn't have to be. Like, this was his remedy to whatever. It's
Put
fine.
a little more blue on it.
Put a bonnet on it. I'd personally make the blue stand out a little bit more. But you know what? That was a decision that was made. And that was made in, like, the late 1800s. So
I'm genuinely really surprised that this was the design in the 1800s. It's very minimalist. It's not overtly covered in like anti-indigenous or racist themes, but we shall see.
Nope. Yeah, you're right. You're right. In the middle, there are 3 white stars against a blue circle with another white border. So these stars are arranged very specifically. In fact, state law dictates exactly how the central emblem is to be displayed on the flag.
And it is kind of odd positioning. Like the grouping it seems very intentional.
Well, it's intentional, but at the same time, it doesn't matter.
Great.
It's inconsequential.
My favorite kind of intentional is inconsequentially intentional.
Yeah. So the specific code in their state law reads, the arrangement of the 3 stars shall be such that the centers of no 2 stars shall be in a line parallel to either the side or the end of the flag, but intermediate between the same, and the highest star shall be the one nearest the upper confined corner of the flag.
It is interesting because it looks a little off center and a little crooked when you're like glancing at it. And I guess that is very much
That's how they want
it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, Leroy. We get it.
That's how they wanted it. And I don't think there's much of a reason why, but it is important to them. Because in 1976, when the U.S. Postal Service ignored these rules, they issued a sheet of 13-cent stamps illustrating U.S. state flags with Tennessee's upside down.
Oh, shit. They must have been the disrespect.
The crucial, disrespectful error was splashed across the front page of the e-newsletter from the Knoxville Philatelic Society News February 2008 issue.
Oh! They're upset.
The Philatelic Society, by the way, philatelic is like stamp collecting.
Nerds. Yep. A society of stamp nerds. And you know what? Stamp
they
collecting.
Put out a monthly newsletter.
Very cool. There's very cool stamps out there. I'm not yucking your yum. And you are also a nerd. That's just science. That's just how it works. Big old dorks. Your goddamn stamps. Do you? Yeah. I'm happy for you. You're a dork.
I'm a dork.
I know you're a dork.
You're a dork.
Oh, I'm a huge fucking dork. I'm not a stamp dork, but I'm a huge dork.
Yeah. Well, we all have our things.
Of course.
Mine isn't stamps, but I do love that this was like
drama,
an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. I also think it's funny that happened in 1976, and the main press that I could find about it was from a February 2008 e-newsletter.
They're still talking about it.
These
stamp dorks will not let this one go. They're pissed.
I don't know why I love it. Okay.
I do love it.
So we're talking about the 3 stars, but you're referring to the placement of the 3 stars that seems very intentional, but also completely inconsequential.
Correct.
The 3 stars themselves are actually very important to the people and the state and the idea of Tennessee.
Sure. I imagine they signify something important in their history, and that you're going to go over it right now.
Yep. They represent the 3 grand divisions of Tennessee. Okay. So we have East, Middle, and West Tennessee.
Okay.
So we're picturing the state. She's long. She's wide.
Plate.
She's the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 segments are pretty. They appear pretty evenly split. East, Middle, West.
Sure.
The natural barrier between East and Middle Tennessee is the Cumberland Plateau, which is the southern part of the Appalachian Plateau. Mm-hmm. So it's basically like mountainous terrain. It was very difficult to pass during much of the state's early history, so commerce and trade was difficult. So East Tennessee was sort of like, there were more people over there. Right. Because it was harder to get.
Yeah, the west side was less accessible. Yeah. And
then also, conveniently, it's very close to the line between Eastern and Central time zones. So that helps a lot. There's only like a couple of counties on either side because these grand divisions, they are very, very, they have their counties, what they are. There are neat divisions.
Okay.
It's not just regions. Then the Tennessee River forms the boundary between Middle and West Tennessee.
Okay.
So again, they take this seriously. In fact, the Tennessee state constitution mandates that no more than 2 of the 5 justices on the state's Supreme Court can be from any one grand division.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because they don't want them to like gang up on each other because the divisions have pretty distinct politics and
cultures. It sounds like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed that they would even legislate to ensure representation of these three very different regions of the same state. That's kind of impressive.
I think they're very they're very aware of the distinctions. The state formerly featured the grand divisions in tourism promotions. In the 1960s, billboards at the state's borders greeted visitors with the slogan, "Welcome to the 3 states of Tennessee."
Wow.
Yeah. But then, like, they stopped doing it because some guy was running for Congress, and he's like, I don't want to encourage, I want my state to, like, band
Be more
together. Yeah.
Hey, that's fair. And there are also some people you don't want to band together with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about these 3 divisions to side with any of them at this point.
I'm about to tell you
Great.
more about each of them. So East and Middle Tennessee are fairly even in terms of size, but West Tennessee has about half the population and also half the number of counties as Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
I think that's just a reflection of it being more rural.
Yep.
So, like, maybe the counties themselves are a little bit bigger, so there are fewer in a similar land area.
Okay.
The largest city in each section, we have Knoxville in East Tennessee. That also has Chattanooga. Mm-hmm. If you're kind of familiar with, like, Chattanooga vibe.
The only reason I have any idea of Chattanooga is because of Teen Mom.
Same.
Macy
is literally who I was kind of
Thinking
subconsciously referring to here.
Uh-huh.
So yes, she lives in Chattanooga, East Tennessee, or at least did during at least some of the filming of Teen Mom 2.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or was that OG?
I think it's OG.
That's OG. Yeah. Then we have Nashville in Middle Tennessee and Memphis in West Tennessee.
Okay.
So kind of like I said, East Tennessee, because of the Appalachians, very rugged, mountainous. They call it the Ridge and Valley region, which is sort of what they refer to as the topography of, like, the Appalachian, that area.
Did I ever tell you about when I went to see Cher in concert and she did this whole big, like, interlude where she had a costume change and all these massive set pieces that were in tribute to Elvis? And she kept going on and on about how inspired she was by Elvis. And so this, like, next portion of the show was going to be in tribute to Elvis. And then she did not sing an Elvis song. She sang Walkin' in Memphis. I
love that song, by the way.
I know, it's great. But I was like, did we not want to get the rights to it, like an Elvis medley?
Maybe.
But then
Maybe.
But then we're using a ton of, like, Elvis adjacent imagery and you're specifically talking about Elvis and then you're going to do, like, a 10-minute rendition of Walkin' in Memphis. Honestly, icon behavior. I love it. Keep your money,
Cher
girl.
can do
whatever the
she
fuck she wants. Whatever the fuck she wants. But it was hilarious. My friend Katie and I were like,
to do with the rights to the Elvis song.
I'm sure it did. Yeah, my friend Katie and I were like, what is this? This is incredible.
I have the sheet music to Walkin' in Memphis.
Oh my God.
There was a point in time when I could play it very, very choppily.
Incredible. The way it was meant to be played.
Okay, so East Tennessee, mountainous, rugged. Middle Tennessee has, like, beautiful rolling hills, fertile stream valleys. West Tennessee is very low-lying. It's actually part of the Gulf Coastal Plain. It's very flat. There was a lot of agriculture.
Okay.
So that meant that West Tennessee was very reliant on cotton and therefore very pro-slavery during the Civil War.
Sure. Okay.
Alternatively, in contrast, voters in East Tennessee were primarily very anti-slavery. Although the entire state did secede from the Union and joined the Confederacy, East Tennessee remained an area of pro-Union sentiment and activity throughout the Civil War and beyond.
Okay.
Before and during the Civil War, there was a movement in East Tennessee to counter-secede from the Confederacy and rejoin the Union as the state of Nickajack.
Don't love it, but I can appreciate there being enough people who are like, fuck this, split the state then, and we'll join the Union.
Yeah. Alabama, I guess, had the same issue because they had like North Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like Union-friendly Southern areas.
Sure.
Anyway, back to that name. It's, I guess, a bastardization of like a Cherokee word for something in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really ugly word, and I don't like saying it, so I'm not going to say it anymore. But that was what they proposed their state name to be, and that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because of West Tennessee's history with slavery, today it has a much higher concentration of Black Americans. As of the 2000 census, West Tennessee's population was 37% Black, while Middle Tennessee was 12% and East Tennessee was only 6%. So, like, diversity-wise across the state, it's very different from east to west. The divisions are also delineated based on their musical styles. So East Tennessee is known for Appalachian bluegrass, Middle Tennessee for country music, and like the Grand Ole Opry, which is the longest running radio show, I think, in history.
Cool.
We went there a couple years ago.
It's a crazy place.
It wasn't my choice. It's just not my thing.
It's fine. Doesn't have to be.
And the mall across the street is awful. We had to kill like 3 hours there before the show. That's when I got the thing where you stick your feet in and the little fish eat the dead skin off your feet.
I think I was asleep in the hotel. I don't think I went with you for that.
No, I wasn't with you. I was with my in-laws.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Why would I have chosen to do... No.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's how bored I was at this mall. I did the fish thing.
Good for you. Do what you got to do to survive.
Didn't get a staph infection. That was a good surprise. And West Tennessee, famous for the Delta blues. So that is about the flag and then some, because that looking at the flag was how I got into all this stuff. So
it's definitely fascinating.
Their state seal, however, is a little more dynamic, if not a bit straightforward.
Okay.
So if you want to pull up a picture of the state seal, take a peek at
do.
that.
See, this is what I thought at first was the flag, and then I read the caption, and lot going on here. I'm loving the wheat attached to the hoe.
Yep. Ho dragging some wheat. At the top, we've got the Roman numerals 16. There we go. Signifying Tennessee's position as the 16th state to join the United States.
We've got a boat with a small house, some rubble, and a gold mushroom penis in it.
You're
Love
so
that
close.
for her.
You're so close. So in the original design, we have the phrase "the Great Seal of the State of Tennessee," because Tennessee's like full given name is the State of Tennessee.
Okay, but people just call it Tennessee because why
Yeah,
would we?
because like,
yeah,
what? Who has time? Don't do
it's
this to
the
us.
state of Tennessee on its birth certificate.
Yeah. And then it also had the date February 16th, 1796, surrounded these multiple letters and words surrounded the central imagery. In 1929, thank Christ, they removed the month and the day.
We
just tightened
have to pare this down.
We got to tighten this up a little bit. It's too
much.
Mouthy. There's too many lines.
What's with the chain?
Well, I don't really know. Here's what I can tell you. So in the seal, we've got a plow, a bundle of wheat, and a cotton plant with the word agriculture in all caps below. Agriculture was obviously important to the economy. We fucking get it. The lower half features a boat and a boatman above the word commerce, all caps, symbolizing the significance of the river trade.
So the mushroom penis is a boatman?
Yes.
That's supposed to be a person. In
I
like a
think
little hat?
so. Let me look. Hold on.
I'm zooming way in.
It appears, I don't know what that, I think.
I don't know what that is.
I don't really know. It's a tiny house. I don't know what y'all are doing. This is what's going on. Oh, there's a boatman in the old one. You can see him back by the rudder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see him in the old one.
Okay, but the new one is a mess.
Yeah. Somebody.
I don't know. It looks like something's broken.
Yeah, it looks like
there used to be
steel
two houses.
and rock
There used to be two houses and one of them
collapsed in
failed.
the boat.
God, the more I zoom in on the seal, the new seal.
It's bizarre. Do you see the chain?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Okay. Well,
I'm not loving it. Also, nothing is to scale. So, like up at the top over
nothing
agriculture.
is to scale.
What's that on the left? A doghouse?
Yeah.
A tiny little doghouse?
A house for ants.
Yeah. What is this?
And there's like a pink bow.
Yep.
Oh, that's the top of that's at the mast. That's the
It
flag
is.
from the ship. We're talking about two different worlds and they're overlapping.
It's too much.
No, I hate everything about
Pick a
this.
lane, Tennessee.
Also, like, calm down because your state motto is already agriculture and commerce.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just at least like a sans serif. It's too noisy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta close out of here. My eyes hurt. So there's
She literally can't take it anymore.
my eyes are literally melt. I'm gonna cry again.
Yep. We've been through enough today.
Haven't we been through enough? Their state birds are the northern mockingbird and the bobwhite quail.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but I love a mockingbird.
Yeah.
The state flower is the iris. Beautiful.
Garge.
According to the Tennessee Historical Society, Tennessee became known as the volunteer state
Okay.
during the War of 1812 due to the key role played by volunteers from the Tennessee militia.
So that's what I was like, wonder what they were volunteering for. Got
War.
it. Yep.
War.
Got it.
Newspapers of the day touted the military spirit of the men of Tennessee. That reputation was solidified in the Mexican-American War of 1848 when fellow Tennessean President James K. Polk issued a call for 2,600 volunteers, and 30,000 Tennesseans answered his call.
Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't make that choice.
Nope.
But it was a different time.
Sure was.
And guess what? He wasn't asking me.
Mm-mm. Thank God. Yup, because I'm not going.
I'd rather have another baby.
Oh, no.
That says a lot. Now I have some more fun facts for you.
Okay.
True Tennessee whiskey legally can't be made anywhere else in the world. It's a very distinct whiskey style made with the iconic Lincoln County process that uses a charcoal filter and distinct instructions regarding details like aging and timing.
Very cool.
So Jack Daniels is a renowned Tennessee whiskey, but there are also other legit Tennessee whiskeys out there.
Sure.
Cotton candy was invented in Nashville.
Really?
By an unlikely pair, a candy maker and a dentist.
Oh my God. Also, congratulations on making, I'm sorry if this is polarizing, but the worst of the candies. Cotton candy isn't good.
No,
we
it's-
need to let go.
I know. It's kind of fun when you're little, though, because it dissolves in your mouth.
Sure. Then there should be an age restriction. Once you reach the age of 18, you can no longer consume cotton candy.
If I ever saw an adult eating cotton candy without
I have
it being
seen it.
like,
It's very disturbing.
like a little bite from their own child's.
It's very
No.
disturbing. I don't like it. I don't trust an adult cotton candy eater.
Absolutely.
I can't.
Could you imagine?
There's too much at stake.
You know who eats cotton candy as an adult? Fucking, is it Taylor from Real Housewives?
Oh my God, that's true. But you know what? She's been through a lot. She's got healing to do.
All right. I can let it go for her because
I
she
mean,
was violently abused.
Listen,
for
if
many
your
years.
if your trauma leads you to the trough of cotton candy, okay. You're going to get a pass on that one. But if you're a pretty well-adjusted, fairly healthy adult person and you're reaching for the cotton candy bag,
Honey,
go to therapy. Something's wrong.
there's something beneath the surface here that should be examined by a professional.
Something's off, and we are not licensed to deal with it on this podcast.
Few people are. Okay, but a dentist and a candy maker invented cotton candy, which, by the way, they called fairy floss.
Oh, cute.
Because he's a dentist.
It just dissolves all over your teeth, fills it with holes. That dentist was making bank. He's like, I'm going to invent this candy that ruins the teeth of every Tennessee child.
Yes.
And then I'm going to retire in somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. The original makers were Dr. William Morrison and John Wharton, who created a machine that melted down sugar crystals and blew it through a screen, creating delicate threads.
It is fun to watch the cotton candy machine. I'll
It's
give you
fun
that.
to watch. Yeah, that's as close as I want to get to it, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was first introduced at the 1904 St. Louis Fair, and it was sold by the thousands.
I hope June goes through a cotton candy ice cream phase like most kids do.
Ugh.
Because you will never see a child's face more disgustingly covered in sticky, colorful goo than in their cotton candy ice cream phase. Emily was deep in it. I feel like she still kind of gets into it. They sell those cotton candy ice cream cones that have like a gumball in the bottom. And her mouth is just like purple by the time she gets to the bottom of it. And I just want to barf. I'm like, oh, girl, you're nasty.
I was going to send you this picture yesterday, but we were both kind of sad.
Yes.
So look at the text that I just sent you.
Okay. Oh, yuck. Is it? Oh, God.
It's macaroni and cheese.
Oh, oh my God. No. I just actually gagged. Kids eating. Like, I get that children need to be fed. I'm not arguing that. I just
That's
don't.
as far as you're going to go.
I just don't want to look at it.
No, you shouldn't have to. No one should have to.
And yet, you assaulted me with that photograph.
I know. At least I didn't do it yesterday.
Fair.
Okay. Speaking of candy, the first combination candy bar, woohoo, was created in Tennessee, and that was the Goo Goo Cluster.
So combination candy bar, does that just mean like chocolate plus other stuff
Yeah, I think so.
instead of just chocolate?
I think so.
Okay.
Combination candy bar.
So
Goo
we have
Goo
Tennessee to
Cluster.
thank.
Yeah.
Don't, that's a gross name. But
I know.
we have Tennessee to thank for like a Snickers, which I love.
Yep. We
Okay.
also have Tennessee to thank for Mountain Dew, which was invented in Knoxville in the 1930s as a new drink to mix with whiskey.
That shocks me. But also,
that was its intended purpose, usage,
I kind of
application.
get it because it's like a whiskey sour.
Yeah.
It's like sour mix, but way more insane.
And I'm sure after Pepsi bought it, they just put so much more sugar in it and probably made it green.
I like a Diet Mountain Dew on occasion. I'm not going to lie.
Fountain Dew.
Yeah. Amount of Diet Fountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the rare diet sodas that I do think tastes a lot like the original. That and Diet Dr. Pepper are two of the best. Diet Barks root beer, also really good.
I've heard this from multiple others.
Yep. And I love Diet Coke, but it does not taste anything like Coke. But I also don't like Coke Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm going to have a Coke, a full-throated, full sugar Coke, I'm going to prep for it. And that is the flavor profile specifically that I want.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want a Diet Coke, that's the flavor profile specifically that I want.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for a diet soda that actually comes close to the flavor profile of regular, Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Barks root beer. I think those are like probably your top three.
Scarce,
options.
though. Hard find.
Very scarce. Very scarce. You can get
Elusive.
Barks. I do like the like AMC theaters with the multi-vend soda.
Yep.
And they have all the different like Diet Barks and you can get the flavors.
They've got it
too.
all.
Listen, I need to go see a movie soon.
I just go for the popcorn. Go see Weapons again.
I might.
Now they told you about the ending.
I know. I kind of want to watch it again with fresh eyes.
Me too. Okay, Maxwell House Coffee was originally named for a luxury hotel in downtown Nashville in 1895.
No way.
Some say the famous slogan, good to the last drop was coined in 1907 when President Teddy Roosevelt was served coffee by Maxwell House Coffee Company and proclaimed it to be good to the last drop.
Teddy.
Trendsetter.
Trend.
Icon.
Influencer. Slay. Diva. Diva behavior.
He loved his furs.
Sure did.
So there are over 9,200 caves and caverns throughout the state of Tennessee. And that means, or because of this, due to this, the largest underground lake and underground waterfall are located in Tennessee.
I would not feel awesome about underground caverns through my entire state. And that's not to say that there aren't underground caverns in Minnesota, but that seems like a lot.
There's
like
a bunch in
Sinkhole
Missouri,
City.
too. I feel like Missouri and Tennessee are
Very similar.
real similar, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of
I
freaks
don't
me
think
out.
I would, too. I'm not... Sinkholes aren't officially a fear of mine, but it's only a matter of time.
I have a friend who is also my neighbor who is like terrified of sinkholes, terrified of them. So I am not going to share this information with her.
No, you shouldn't.
And she is a busy mother of two, so I know she is not going to listen to this episode. But if you do listen, you know who you are, and I'm so sorry.
Don't go to Tennessee.
Please,
She's fine. She's in Minnesota.
Stay away. Stay away.
Don't go to Tennessee.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so last fun fact before I get to...
Your case?
It's not really a case. It's just my new fixation.
Oh, God. Okay.
Want to guess the state beverage of Tennessee?
Well, we've got Tennessee whiskey, we've got Mountain Dew, but if I know anything about state beverages, it's fucking milk. Is it fucking milk?
It's milk.
Jesus Christ, you guys! You have world-renowned, specific to your region whiskey making.
It's the only... I mean...
And Mountain Dew? And your state
farmers.
beverage is still milk? I don't care. I don't care. It's time somebody spoke up about this. Big milk needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
This is absurd.
I agree. Yeah. Can someone just have like orange juice or something normal?
Literally, water, anything
Why is it
else.
Minnesota state beverage water?
The land of 10,000 lakes.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this milk bullshit. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing a quick scan before I start my
Jesus.
fixation.
Wait.
Oh no. Okay.
We're clear.
Okay. Without a doubt, the primary reason that I personally would go to Tennessee, because it's definitely not all the fucking sports you guys have,
Or the potential sinkholes that you're walking on every goddamn day.
or the bachelorette parties, God willing.
God love you.
I don't think I'll have any more bachelorette parties I have to go to. Woohoo! I don't have any more friends.
You never know. Because I am fully in support of people who get divorced and get married again, having another bachelorette party. Do it.
Yeah. Especially
It's so
if the first
fun.
one was lame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. So I'm not like hoping any one of our dear friends gets divorced, but I am hoping that if someone does, that they get another go at it, we get another bachelorette party. We
Yeah.
may as well all benefit from your divorce.
Yeah. I guess I just mean the young,
Oh, for sure.
early 20s bachelorette party. The cowboy boot. The Nashville one.
Yeah, we were, because all of our siblings are also done with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Bye-bye.
it's over.
And if June chooses to have her bachelorette party in Nashville, I'll know that I failed somewhere along the way.
You don't know. You don't know that.
You're right. It could have been drugs. Okay. So my primary reason, my number one reason, would be to visit the University of Tennessee in Knoxville's Forensic Anthropology Center, specifically the Anthropological Research Facility, aka the Body Farm.
Oh, that's in Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee. It's in Knoxville,
Okay.
baby. East
Got it.
Tennessee.
This is tracking now.
Yep. So backing up a little bit to fully savor this whole story. William Marvin Bass III was born on August 30th, 1928, a Virgo, in Staunton, Virginia, to Marvin II and Jenny Bass.
Okay.
His father was a manager of gold mines and limestone quarries, and his mother received a degree in home economics in 1925.
Oh, good. One of the two things women were allowed to study.
In 1925, it's very impressive that she got a college degree in anything.
Yeah.
That probably was the one.
That's what I'm saying.
In teaching, maybe, not even. He earned his undergrad in psychology from the University of Virginia in 1951 and then went on to become a scholar at the U.S. Army Medical Research Laboratory from 1953 to 1954, where he studied psychophysiology, which at the time was not a refined field. So there was like plenty of like fresh data to collect and like new concepts. Like it was a very new field.
Yeah.
He received his master's from the University of Kentucky in 1956, and he completed his PhD in anthropology from the University of Pennsylvania in 1961. In the late 50s and 60s, he also worked as an archaeologist, excavating Native American grave sites in the Midwest. I will not comment on the ethics of that.
Right. Or if that was in collaboration with indigenous communities for research. We don't have that information.
He probably put it in his book, which is called Death's Acre.
Okay.
More information. I just have this quote. Also, keep in mind it was the 50s and 60s, so
people weren't giving a shit about that.
We didn't have a lot of language, understanding, communication about that kind of stuff. But in his book, he mentions that this activity earned him the informal title of Indian Grave Robber #1.
Oh, Lord. So to earn that...
From an Indian activist.
Right. So probably not in collaboration with indigenous communities, but yeah.
Probably not. But again, this is the only quote I pulled. Have not read the book. Would love to, especially if it's an audiobook somewhere. I've gotten really into audiobooks lately. Okay. Also, just a note, speaking of books he's written, he co-wrote that book with a journalist named John Jefferson. So together they made up the nom de plume Jefferson Bass.
Okay.
And together have co-written like 15 fiction books with titles such as Carved in Bone, Flesh and Bone, The Devil's Bones, Bones of Betrayal, The Bone Thief, The Boneyard, The Inquisitor's Key, Cut to the Bone, and The Breaking Point.
Okay. A lot of bone stuff.
I love it.
Big into the bone stuff.
Big into the bone stuff. I love his hobbies.
Okay. You would.
So Dr. Bass taught for 11 years at the University of Kansas in Lawrence. I believe in anthropology. He also did a lot of work in, what is it? Osteopathy.
Okay.
Bones.
Studying bones. Osteoporosis.
Go figure. Lots of bones.
Guy had a boner for bones.
He had a big old boner for bones. Occasionally, he helped law enforcement with human remains, like identifying, probably even with like smaller towns being like, yes, these are human bones. You know,
Sure.
Projects with local law enforcement. In 1967, 1968, the local cops had a problem with cattle rustling. So gone are the days when the cattle rustlers would ride up on like horseback.
Yep.
And like drive some of the cows away from the herd and like steal them.
Yeah. But that was a thing.
It was a thing. But at this point, as of the 60s, the thieves would bring in big refrigerated box trucks into the field.
Oh, damn.
And they would kill the cows and butcher them just right there and then put the meat in the refrigerated trucks and then drive away.
And like immediately take it to be sold and processed as meat.
Well, yes, but they also weren't really, it wasn't exactly like a race against time because the herds, these fields are huge. Yeah. So the farmers might not find the carcass of the cows for like a few weeks. And then at that point, they needed to know how long the cows had been dead for because the cops needed to know how far into the process of selling the meat and processing the meat they should be looking. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, this guy was doing like some forensic work on the what's it called? Deterioration, the decomposition of the cows to put together a timeline.
So the police were saying, we need to know a timeline. We need to be able to know how long this cow has been dead.
Sure.
They go to Dr. Bass for help. He's like, okay, let me go see what I can find on this. He goes to the research library. He can't find fucking anything. Almost nothing in scientific literature describing decomposition, let alone of cows specifically. So he wrote back. So he writes back and he's like, you're going to need to find me a rancher who would be willing to kill a cow and let me observe it over weeks.
Yep. So because the studies aren't there and I need to collect the data. That's crazy.
So then at the end of his letter, because he's writing a letter because it's the 60s, he says like, oh, on second thought, I'm actually going to need 4 cows. 1 to kill in the spring, the summer, the fall, and the winter because temperature is the number one factor of in decomposition.
They're going to decompose totally differently.
So I think probably maybe because he requested 4 entire cows to study for months before he could give them any information. They were like, never
fuck you.
They didn't. That specific project never like happened, but it got him thinking and it definitely made him very aware that there's no data on this right now. So Dr. Bass got a job at the University of Tennessee in June of 1971. He was immediately asked to serve as the forensic anthropologist for the medical examiner's system in Tennessee, which at the time comprised of 95 medical examiners across the state. So all of them would be consulting Dr. Bass if they needed like forensic anthropological analysis.
Right. He was the top dag.
So he's like, yeah, bones. I can handle bones, but they didn't mean just bones because it's the medical examiner. They probably pretty rarely deal with just bones. So now he's studying dead human bodies and decomposing bodies. So that's kind of how he gets thrown into like this new, okay, we're dealing with like gooey dead human bodies.
Ugh.
By November 1971, so this is just like June, July, August, September, November, 4 months later.
So he had October comes before November.
5 months later.
There you go. Okay.
July, August, September, October, November. I always skip October.
Yup.
I'm fine. Why do I do that? It's like my favorite month.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. 5 months later, he had to ask the dean of students or the dean of students, the dean of the school.
Yeah.
Are they 2 different deans?
I don't know. Probably. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
He had to ask the dean for land to study decomposing human bodies on. He's like, dude, I need
this.
I need a space. Actually, I have a little anecdote. Okay. Before this, he had a body in his possession that he was supposed to be studying, and he didn't have anywhere to keep it. So he thought about in the bathroom that was like outside his office in the hallway, there was a shower where the janitor usually kept like hit a back stock of his cleaning supplies. Like the
janitor's backstock spot
the janitor
alone.
Was using the shower as like a little storage closet. So he's like, oh, I'll just stick this guy in there.
That's sick.
He put the dead body in the shower. And he said,
Lucy.
What is this quote? Okay, so that earned him, quote, the best chewing out I ever had from the janitor.
Yeah,
the janitor got really mad. I think they've repaired their relationship. But that's when he went to the dean and be like, listen,
I need somewhere stashing these in the shower. The janitor is so mad at me.
Tim said no.
I don't blame him. I'm Team Tim on this one.
I'm Team Janitor Tim for sure. So the dean was like, okay, fine. So he was given an old sow barn because the college used to like raise sows, one of their programs. I don't know.
It's probably an agricultural school.
They had
like
a
U
sow
of M
barn.
does. Yeah.
But it was
U of M has a whole farming school, agriculture school.
Right. But this sow barn was about 15 miles off campus, so it was not super convenient. He said it took about 45 minutes to get there, and then they'd do their work, and then they'd have to drive home, and that was like half the day.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. That's fine. Maybe we don't have a bunch of decomposing bodies right by campus or on campus. I'm cool with your commute.
I'm not.
You
and
wouldn't
neither
be.
was he.
You're a monster.
In 1977, he was once again asked to help with a case involving a body. So he was called to examine what was initially assumed to be a recent murder victim that had been buried on top of the grave of a Confederate soldier in Franklin, Tennessee.
Okay.
So this Confederate soldier had been killed in the Battle of Nashville in 1864, but then they found like a fresh dead body on top of that.
Damn.
So due to the fact that the body was relatively intact and still contained most of its flesh, Dr. Bass initially estimated that the body had been dead for less than a year, but examination of the victim's clothing determined that the body was in fact that of the soldier who was buried in the grave.
Wait, what? He was just perfectly preserved in there?
So what had happened was grave robbers had punctured the cast iron coffin, Jesus, which was airtight and largely prevented decomposition. So the soldier was basically mummified in this cast iron coffin. So many years later, grave robbers broke in, took out the body, and then instead of putting it back in the casket, they just reburied it on top of the coffin.
Oh my God.
I don't know how this was like they were. I mean, maybe someone just saw, this grave got dug up recently.
Yeah.
I'm calling the cops. And that's what happened, I guess.
Probably.
So this proved to Dr. Bass that he was clearly the most equipped to do this research, which obviously was very sorely needed. So he went back to the dean again, asking for more land closer to the college. Mm-hmm. And he, according to his interview, his exact words were, "Dean, I need some land to put dead bodies on."
Oh my God.
So the land was granted in 1980. He now had access to somewhere between 2 and 4 acres. Every source said something a little bit different.
Hey, decent amount of land.
Yeah, decent amount of land behind the back parking lot where he and his researchers could scientifically collect data with the goal of determining the time and manner of death.
Wow. Listen, it's important work. I'm not arguing that. It's just not. It's not for me. Just like Nashville's not really for you.
What's your main beef with this? That it's so close to regular higher education?
It weirds me out that it's so close to the school. I don't have the same fascination with human decomposition that you do.
Oh, I know.
I find
it's a shame.
I find it, like I said, important for us to study and critical that we know from a forensic and, scientific standpoint. And it's fucking gross. And I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's okay.
That's fair.
You can have it, babe. Obviously, if we got like an invitation to go learn something valuable at the body farm,
if anyone out there listening has a connection,
I feel like we've asked this before.
I feel like I know I have, but maybe we have a new listener who works here. By the way, right now, the research center led by all women.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. So this was the first anthropological research facility of its kind in the world.
Wow.
In 1987, Dr. Bass officially established the university's Forensic Anthropology Center. Prior to the creation of this institution, no advances had been made in the study of long-term body decomposition since the days of Songxi in 13th century China.
Good Lord. Yeah, we were due. We were due for some updated data and science.
We were definitely due. Breakthrough research began right away. On May 15th, 1981, the facility received its first donated research subject, a 73-year-old man who had died of emphysema and heart disease. Labeled number 181 for confidentiality. So this is donor 1.
Yep.
The year 81.
1981. Yep.
Bass's first research subject provided information on and basically codified in scientific literature the 4 stages that occur during the decomposition of a body. So as we know, that's fresh, bloat, decay, and dry. So before that, it was just sort of like, oh, yeah, it's doing this now. But but they were just like, these are the 4 distinct stages. These are characteristics of each stage. You know, they have the data. They have the research that's written down. It is published. That's what it is now. That happened right away with that first donor.
That's wild.
One of Bass's students, a guy named Bill Rodriguez, also made some important discoveries in the first year. He noticed that blowflies immediately swarmed a carcass and began mass producing eggs all over its orifices. However, I think they kind of already knew that. However, other insects were also attracted to the freshly rotting body, including yellow jackets and wasps.
Oh, weird.
Once the blowfly eggs turned into maggots, beetles also began assembling on the body, not only to feed on the body itself, but also on the maggots.
Yeah, and we know now that the bugs that you find on or in or near a corpse can also be pretty reliable indicators of how long that body has been lying there. For what kind of bug and what stage the bug is in, whether it's in its maggot stage, whether it's still just flies, whatever.
All of
that
those
is important.
observations were initially made at this place.
That's really cool.
Yeah. We didn't have this before then.
Well, yeah, we didn't have
which
it like
crazy.
We didn't. I feel like we had like some idea, but it wasn't like studied, verified,
but
published,
it wasn't
like
scientifically. Yeah, you have to have like controls and different experiments and, you know, all your evidence and your hypothesis, blah, 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 all that shit. And this is the first time they had that.
Dang.
Speaking of bugs, here's another example from the Anthropological Research Center's Wikipedia page. One situation, which was case 9123, so this is their 91st donation in
2023, probably. Yeah.
Involved arson on a car on the border of Tennessee. After using other various forensics on the body, including bone examinations. So they found a body in a car that had been lit on fire.
Okay.
So they needed to know how long the body had been dead for, obviously, and also who it was. So after examining the bones and the body, Dr. Bass and his team were able to identify the victim. So then the only other question was how long ago the victim had died. With this, they turned toward entomology and more specifically the life cycle of flies.
Hell yeah.
2 of Bass's graduate students collected maggots and pupuria on the scene. So from the charred car, took them back to the body farm to study them. And after procedural observation and testing, the puparia appeared to be charred from the same fire that the car, the same fire from the car fire.
So the person was likely dead before the car was lit on fire. They started to congregate and do their thing. Then somebody came to like maybe cover up, clean up the scene, lit everything on fire. Interesting.
And not only that, but specifically that was evidence that the man had been dead in his car for almost the entire life cycle of a blowfly, which was approximately 2 weeks before the car was even set fire.
Damn. Bugs are fucking cool, except the spider that's in my goddamn office. We're doing a scan. We're good.
I don't see it. So yeah, all this really fucking important research that like, now, I mean, when we talk about it, because we've talked about this shit multiple times before, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, this seems pretty basic.
Yeah.
And you don't really think about the fact that they haven't had an isolated, controlled area to observe what a body does in nature.
Right. And
until
so this like essentially scientific research center is where we were able to confirm, peer review, replicate, and like set in stone these forensic processes and theories. And like, yeah, that's pretty, listen, again, very important work. Very cool. Very cool. Not my spot. Lot of respect.
I think it would be really fun. I don't know if they have like technicians, but they have to, I mean, a lot of the tests and experiments that they're running, their bodies decomposing in different environments. So that might be in a car in the hot sun, in a car in the shade.
Yeah.
In a shallow grave, buried, covered in cement in a barrel and left out in the sun. Like they manufacture these different circumstances.
Unbelievable.
It's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
And unfortunately, these circumstances are probably quote unquote manufactured from real life cases that.
I mean, they're not seeing how creative they can get. They want valuable information.
Correct. So it's like, that's really fucking sad to think about how they have to recreate for the purpose of science, which again, valid, fair, necessary for forensics, things that really have happened tragically to people. And I'm very grateful for folks who are willing to donate their bodies to be used in such a way, because I think it would be really easy for people listening to be like, oh my God, that's so awful to do to a corpse. But it's like that study could help solve so many cases, when I'm done with my body, I'm done with it. If you want to put me in a barrel or a hot car, like whatever, do what you got to do. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's also, they do a lot of training with like the FBI for emergency response teams. Like they will stage a scene where there's a body that's been buried underground for 6 months. And the team comes in, they have to identify the gravesite. They have to learn how to be able to identify like loose earth, even if that site has been completely still for months.
Yeah.
Then they use like tools like poles that they stick down into the earth, and then they practice what it feels like if you're just hitting a branch versus if you're hitting a human rib cage.
Wow.
They practice sifting through, leaves and dirt and biological material to identify teeth or little pieces of bone or scraps of clothing. The training that they do start to finish, there's no way that they could do that. There's no way they could simulate that.
No.
And the applicable training that they get is like, so you just couldn't replicate it without somewhere like that. I watched a video on a whole emergency response FBI team training. And
doing a training there? Cool.
And then they dig up the body. And they dig up everything around it so it ends up being like kind of elevated.
Yeah.
Then they remove the remains. Then they dig another like 1.5 feet under that.
For additional evidence collection?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just so fucking cool. So Dr. Bass got a lot of bodies from the county, like if they were unclaimed remains, your local municipality ends up with probably a few unclaimed bodies, more than would be. I have
ethical feelings about that, but that's okay. I'm allowed to have them.
Of course. It costs about $700 to the city to bury someone versus giving it to Dr. Bass would be free. So as far as the city is concerned, that's saving $700.
Yeah.
So that counteracts the ethics of a lot of, municipal procedures.
I mean, in their eyes, sure. I don't think that a financial savings counteract the ethics in general, but
I'm not saying that it actually does, but to a city,
yes, it's worth it.
It's just, it is what it is. So that's where he was kind of getting most of his bodies at the beginning. But as of 2003, he was getting more donations from the public than from the medical system.
And yeah, that's the preference. It's just like, there's so much shady shit in the medical system, especially for like Black and brown people. And you hear so many horror stories about people who like never even heard that their loved one had died. And then suddenly they find out that the remains were used for something without anyone's consent. And it's, that shit just like really sticks with me.
Yeah.
And I think that this research is so important, and you should be able to consent to letting your remains be used in that way. That's just why I feel a little squicky about if this body's been sitting here long enough unclaimed, it's cheaper to hand it over to this guy. It's like, yes, that's true. And there could be a lot of systemic reasons about why that person's loved ones were not found that I don't trust.
Good issue to raise. Those were the circumstances in the 80s and 90s when this was first getting going.
Sure. It still happens today.
Oh, I know. But with this specific thing, now they get a shitload of donations.
Which is fantastic. That's how it should be.
Actually, if you do want more information on that, go to fac.utk.edu.
Are you thinking that you want to donate your body? Like if you put together a will or whatever as your like advance directive?
I don't care what happens to my body afterwards. I would like to donate my organs if they're not mush, and probably just get cremated, I guess. I'm definitely an organ donor. My top preference is cremation, but I would totally donate my body to something like this. Yeah.
Use it. If you can learn something from this dilapidated vessel after my death that will help other people.
They don't take every body that they get
I'm sure
offered.
They don't.
If a body has like a disease, or if it is HIV positive, for example, for the safety of the students studying it, they don't accept certain bodies. Okay. So in a 2011 interview, he said that the prior year they did 144 burials. So that's like one every other day.
Yeah. Wow.
And bodies can stay up in the field for about up to a year, mostly because most of these studies and these cases are being researched for doctoral dissertations. I don't know why I can't talk. Or master's theses. So
That's
these
a
students
long-term project.
It's long-term, but it's not like 5 years long-term.
No, but it's not 5 months either.
No.
Yeah.
But the general limit is under a year. Well, not limit. There's no limit based on
the average is they're there for about a year, typically.
More or less, under a year.
Yep.
They also do have an extended burial site for faculty research. So these are the multi-year case studies. So as of this 2011 interview, he said they had 5 bodies that had been buried for 9 years at that point.
Wow.
And this is so fucking cool. They had them connected to pipes. So the scientists, the researchers were collecting the different compounds that were being released from the body over time.
Wow.
Because it has to be that kind of long-term study. It has to be preferably like decades for some of them.
Right.
Because once your bones get to a certain stage of their own decomposition, they might start releasing something that they'll figure out only starts getting released at like 16 years after death. And those are really important markers to be able to identify.
That's fascinating.
He worked on some like high profile cases. Obviously we know about the Buddy Holly plane crash, Richie Valens' Big Bopper. That happened in 1959. The Big Bopper was the only one who was ejected from the airplane. So they found him like outside of the airplane. And I've told you the rumor that my dad told me.
Yep.
That one of his friends' dads or cousins or something owned the field where they crashed, and he found his head.
Yep.
But I don't think his head was actually detached from his body, according to this. So there was a rumor that because he was found outside of the airplane, something about Buddy Holly having a gun.
Okay.
And also like Big Bopper maybe getting out and trying to go look for help because it was in the middle of a snowstorm. So that his family wanted to know if he survived the crash and died later.
Okay. Yep. So we'd have to know time of death for that.
Or extent of injuries. So they actually exhumed his body. I don't know what year this happened, but Dr. Bass did an X-ray autopsy on it, and he was able to confirm like multiple injuries to like the skull and the neck.
For
and
sure
the rib.
died in the crash.
He absolutely died on impact. And then I apparently brought some closure to the family, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
He also is one of the only anthropologists or one of the only experts to examine the body of the Lindbergh baby.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think it was another X-ray autopsy situation that he was able to examine. Little eggs remains.
Not little egg.
Little egg. Dr. Bass served as the head of the anthropology department from 1971 to 1992 before moving to the role of director of the Forensic Anthropology Center from 1992 to 1998. After his retirement, he continued to consult on research and serve as a guest lecturer. It's one of those guys who never really retires.
No, he stayed in the field in the capacity that he could probably when he got older.
That's his life's fucking work.
Yeah. It'd be hard to just stop.
Mm-hmm. And one last little detail about his life that just makes me fall in love with him even more. He's still alive, by the way. He's like 96, I think.
Dang.
Dr. Bass has been married 3 times.
God bless him.
You wait. He married his first wife, Mary Anna Owens, whom he met while doing research for the Army in 1953.
Mm-hmm.
She died of colon cancer in 1993.
Aw, poor gal.
His second marriage, a year later in 1994.
Men have a really hard time being alone.
They really just wait.
It should be studied.
He married Annette Blackburn, who died only 3 years later in 1997 from lung cancer. Later that year, 1997, he married Carol Lee Hicks, who had been a friend of his since childhood.
Cute. They found each other again.
They did. I don't know why I have goosebumps. He really can't survive on his own.
This man needs to be supervised.
Yes.
Hey, know thyself.
God bless these women for stepping up. Dr. Bass had 3 sons, Charlie, William Marvin IV, and Jim.
Oh, Jim.
He was a devout Christian for much of his adult life, but now he's an atheist.
Smart. The more science you learn, the less God you tolerate.
I just want to have a soup and a sandwich lunch with this man.
Yeah.
And just
you pick 2 at Panera.
I'm
while
buying.
You talk about decomposition.
I am buying.
Probably. She's got points saved up. Let her buy.
I don't have points. Panera points?
I don't know. I assume everywhere offers points. Everywhere has some sort of club or card or whatever fucking promotion they want you to sign up for. There's probably points.
I know. So sorry my segment was so long. I just love it. Love it. I love Tennessee. Just kidding. That's not what I meant to say. I love
Just kidding. Pull that
Dr.
clip out of context. Very fascinating life's work. Truly.
Yeah. And if anyone has any connections to the Body Farm, let me know.
What if Dr. Bass comes on like an episode of Spooky Little Bitch or something? What if you could get Bass?
Don't make me cry again.
Hey, we can manifest it.
I'll burst into tears again. I would be so fucking happy. Dr. Bass, if you're listening.
Let her take this fascinating old man out to lunch and record everything he says.
I will come to you. I have those points. I will fly to you.
All right. Okay. Let's get to work on setting that up. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. Again, unless, of course, you are an Uncorked member. And then this is going to make some sort of whoosh sound, and it's going to go right back to the content.
Aren't you lucky?
Lucky you. You're such a smart consumer. So I want to love coffee, but like coffee does not love me back. I get the jitters. I get stomach upset. If I drink it after like 1 p.m., I'll probably never sleep again. It's just a little bit too much for me. God bless her. But Mud Water has become such an easy replacement to give me that like coffee start to the day, give me that little boost of energy, get my mind clear without all of the kind of like gnarly things that your regular run-of-the-mill coffee tends to do to me. So let me talk about it. Their OG blend is so tasty. It's a mix of cacao, chai, turmeric, and adaptogenic mushrooms that help you feel focused without that midday crash that makes you like reach for the coffee pot at 4 p.m. and then you're going to be up all night. Don't do that anymore. Switch to mud water. And the best part, it's amazing over ice. I actually really prefer my coffee drinks cold. So just mix this with cold water, or I like to do it with cold almond milk. You can shake it up, you can pour it over ice, and boom, a refreshing feel-good boost that actually helps you stay balanced. And I know I don't have to tell y'all, matcha is the name of the game, and they have this delectable matcha starter kit. This is a must try. It's the perfect way to step into clean energy with matcha's calming, focused boost. One sip and you'll feel like you're dancing barefoot in the grass. I love an iced matcha to start my day, and this stuff is delicious. Huge fan.
I'm into their turmeric. The turmeric blends, the
so
ginger.
Good.
Yes, it's so good. It doesn't give you that crash.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit today. Right now, our listeners get an exclusive deal up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a free rechargeable frother when you use code GALS. That's right, up to 43% off with code GALS at mudwtr.com. After you purchase, they'll ask how you found them. Please show your support and let them know we sent you. Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year long with Mudwater, because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy. The weather's changing. It's like, the elbow of the year. Some days super hot, some nights it's really cold. And I got news for you. Your bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, or you're just like uncomfortable throughout the night, we highly recommend that you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating, so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long.
Honestly, that's enough to sell me because I have such temperature fluctuation at night. But the other thing that's amazing about those silver-infused sheets is that silver prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth. So that's leaving your sheets to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. You're not getting gross odors. You're not getting all that bacteria buildup. That temperature regulating property is divine. Again, the silver. I can't stop talking about the silver, inspired by NASA. Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather, so you get better sleep every night. This is legit. You don't know how great your sleep could be until you're temperature regulated, baby. And again, back to that bacteria, these sheets are designed for your skin. Sleeping on bacteria can clog your pores, cause breakouts and acne. You gotta sleep clean with Miracle. Miracle sheets are also luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands, and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. I'm obsessed with these. They're so soft. Slipping your bod into like these freshly out of the dryer sheets is...
There's nothing better.
No, it's one of the greatest moments of living.
Upgrade your sleep as the weather changes. Go to trymiracle.com/gals to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code GALS at checkout, you'll get a free 3-piece towel set and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/gals and use code GALS to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/gals to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
Attention renters! Listen up. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank me. Earn your favorite airline miles and hotel points through Built just by paying your rent on time. Let us explain.
There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month. No matter where you live or who your landlord is, your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, free mats or towels at your favorite fitness studios, and unique experiences that only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to your favorite miles and hotel points around the world, meaning your rent can literally take you places. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for?
Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/gals. That's JOINBILT.com/gals. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/gals to sign up for Built today. Okay, like I said at the top of the episode, I've got the fan picker case today.
You do.
Oh, I do.
I heard it's dark, as usual.
It's dark, but it's honestly, as far as like fan picker cases go, it's not the most gruesome thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
But that's also partly because it is solved.
Okay.
But like, there's a ton of unanswered questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to why. And of course, it features a fucking terrible white man.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like there's a pattern or something.
Almost.
Per our fan picker, Brittany, we are talking today about Rhonda Dardy. Rhonda. She was a beloved 49-year-old mother of two. I believe she has a son and a daughter. She was a Sunday school teacher, and she vanished from her home in it's either Lafayette or La Follette. I don't know how they pronounce it in Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee, on December 2nd, 2014. Her husband, Charles Dardy, returned that evening to an unsettling scene. And honestly, like, this is very creepy. So he gets home and the back door of their house is just wide open.
Oh, no.
Rhonda's gone. The children are adults, so they're out of the house. So it's just him and Rhonda. Rhonda's gone, but all of Rhonda's belongings, her cell phone, her purse, her keys, her car, all home untouched. Like, that shit just, like, is chilling.
Yeah.
It's like, you know something's wrong, but like nothing looks amiss except for the door being open.
She's just gone.
She's just gone.
Yeah.
Fucking creepy. So this was a woman described by her family and friends as a, quote, loving and wonderful person and the rock of the family. The timing of her disappearance was particularly cruel because Rhonda and Charles had not only just celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary, but they were barely a week away from like the due date of their first grandchild.
No.
I know. I know that particular hurt.
Yeah, no shit.
It sucks. So yeah, their daughter, Danelle Overton, remembers Rhonda's immense excitement about becoming a grandmother. They always like showed her the ultrasound pictures, and then she would get copies of the ultrasound pictures and show them to everyone. Like, she was psyched about being a grandma.
Of course she was.
Mm-hmm. Her daughter was having a baby boy, and she was like telling everyone she wanted her grandson to call her Gam-Gam. You know, she was pumped.
She was making plans.
Gam-Gam was making plans. Rhonda's mother, Nancy Kitts, highlighted how Rhonda was, like, again, the rock of the family. She's the person everybody went to for everything, and she was very devoted to her family. So her sudden absence was and remains a devastating blow, and anyone who was close to her knew for certain that Rhonda would never have just walked away from her family willingly. This isn't like a situation where she left and didn't want to be found.
Yeah.
That's not what's fucking happening here. So the Campbell County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation into Rhonda's disappearance on December 8th, 2014, initially offering a $5,000 reward for information, but then just 3 days later, and without any compelling leads after that initial announcement of a reward, they increased it to $10,000. They're just desperate for like someone to come forward and give them something.
Someone knows something.
Mm-hmm. Charles Dardy expressed the profound agony of the unknown, saying, quote, "Not knowing what's happened is the biggest thing. I want to find her." Heartbreaking. The focus of the investigation soon turned to a man Always. With a troubling past. His name is Lonnie Lee Van. Never meet a Van.
Never meet a Van.
This guy sucks, dude. He sucks so bad.
Oh, no.
So Lonnie Lee Van, a former middle school teacher in Campbell County, had a history with legal trouble. In 2013, Van, then a teacher at Lafayette Middle School, I'm going to get raked in the comments for that. I'm sorry. I don't know how you pronounce it, and I forgot to look it up. This motherfucker took a 13-year-old female student off campus to Coolidge Baptist Church, like to the parking lot, without permission. While there, he attempted to hug and kiss her without consent. But even if he did have consent, she's 13.
Ew.
He was in his 40s. And her teacher, days after this incident, he returned to the church and removed a hard drive that presumably had security footage of him and the student and replaced it with like a blank hard drive.
Oh, no.
Following these allegations, Van was placed on suspension without pay. Thank God he was inevitably fired. By November of 2013, the case involving the student was handed over to the District Attorney General and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. It wasn't until July of 2014 that Van was indicted by a grand jury for solicitation of a minor, sexual battery by an authority figure, tampering with evidence, and assault.
Jesus.
He was later released on a $10,000 bond for these charges, and the case appears to have sat in limbo.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
And he's not in custody at this point?
No. So around that time, like right before then, was December of 2014, when, like, right before he essentially had to, like, face some sort of, like, he got charges, but he was released on bond. He's not in custody. And it was in December of 2014 that Rhonda had gone missing.
Oh, my God.
So
that's crazy that there's that they let him be out after charging before, I think, arraignment comes next.
Well, he bonded out. He bonded out.
Violent, though.
Yes, it is. It is violent to assault a child.
Yes.
And look at the justice system that we're working with. This is a white man who took a girl to a church, hugged her, kissed her, and then she went home, quote unquote, unharmed. So, of course, they're going to give him these, like, nothing charges. And he was not yet connected to Rhonda. So he's not even suspected yet, like 100% when like all of this is going down. So we're going to go over the timeline here now because that just makes things a little bit more clear. So December 1st, 2014, this is the day before Rhonda went missing. Van falsely told his wife, of course, they're always fucking married. These dicks. Told his wife that he had been hired by Celadon Trucking Company and needed to go to Indianapolis, Indiana for training. So he presented a phony employment packet that like he had printed and was like, yep, look, it's my employment packet. I got this new job. I got to go. So he's like securing himself a loose alibi, but at least like tricking his wife and being like, oh yeah, that's why I'm going to be gone for a handful of days.
Oh God. He
rented a car in Lafayette, and later in Clinton, he stopped and purchased 2 duffel bags, duct tape, zip ties, and latex gloves from Walmart.
I wonder if Walmart would ever like instruct their employees to be like, hey, if you see people buying a very suspicious combination
red
of
flag
stuff,
procedure, red flag law.
Do they have that?
I don't think that there is like a legal requirement for it. So it would have to be an internal rule. I can ask my mom because she works there, but I kind of doubt it. Because, there is that like fine line in specifically like Western capitalism about like your right to buy whatever the fuck you want over the counter that's legal and not have anybody in your business about it, which like, okay, I guess. But,
it's also really subjective.
Watch Breaking Bad.
But duffel bags, duct tape, zip ties, and gloves.
Come on, guys.
It's creepy.
Let's put our thinking caps on.
Yeah.
So December 2nd, 2014, the day Rhonda disappeared, Lonnie Lee Van was captured on hotel surveillance leaving the hotel with duffel bags and later seen buying 2 lightweight cinder blocks at a Knoxville, Tennessee Lowe's.
Oh, come on.
Yep. So it was a little while before this evidence had been received because, like, basically investigators got a hunch that this was their guy and that are working backwards to collect all of their evidence because we'll get to it. But, like, they're putting together a case.
Yeah.
So they get all this evidence and they're like, okay, yeah, this guy killed her and he fled the state. So December 5th, 2014, Van drove back to Campbell County and robbed a married couple, Jim and Diane Fields, at gunpoint in their Deerfield home in Tennessee. He had previously worked for Jim Fields. I'm not sure in what capacity, if it was like handyman work or, you know, for like a company that he ran. I tried to find that information and I just couldn't. There was other important shit to cover, but he worked for him. So when Van comes and knocks on the door, they know him. So they open the door and they let him in.
Mm-hmm.
He tells them that he's in trouble and he needs money to get away and ties them up with zip ties that he had just bought at Walmart, steals their cash, and steals firearms that they had in the home. So now he's wanted for armed robbery and he's placed on Tennessee's most wanted list, but he has left Tennessee. On December 10th of 2014, he committed another robbery at a Marriott hotel in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where he followed 2 people into their room, like pushed them into their room, demanded their wallets at gunpoint.
Oh.
2 days after this incident, on December 12th, 2014, he was arrested in South Carolina on robbery charges. So he's in custody, thank God. During a search of his rental car in South Carolina, investigators found zip ties resembling those used in the Fields robbery back in Tennessee, and zip ties that just so happened to have Rhonda Dardy's DNA on them.
Oh, no.
They also found a black duffel bag matching his earlier purchases and a Lowe's receipt in a fishing boat at Sugar Hollow Marina.
With the cinder blocks.
With residue consistent with cinder blocks on the boat's, like, inner sides.
Oh, my God.
So the grim news that Rhonda's family had dreaded finally arrived on January 7th, 2015. They did not have a body, but they had all of this evidence that led them to believe that Rhonda had been murdered. They were pretty confident that all of this pointed to she is no longer with us.
Did he have a previous relationship with her, or was this random?
It was not random, but it is a little weird, and we'll get to it. I'm saving it for the end.
Okay.
So a Campbell County grand jury indicted Lonnie Van with first-degree murder and kidnapping in connection with her disappearance. However, officials did not immediately release what evidence linked Van to Rhonda's death, and that is because they didn't have a body, and this was going to be a case based pretty much entirely on circumstantial evidence. Mm-hmm. So they can't really release a ton of details yet because they have to prep to take this to trial.
Yeah.
So Van is extradited back to Tennessee from South Carolina on January 9th, 2015. Just days later, on January 12th, 2015, he appeared in court in Jacksboro, Tennessee, and pleaded not guilty to the murder and kidnapping charges.
I'm not guilty. There was no murder. There's no body.
Right. Prosecutors immediately recognized the unique and significant challenge that they faced, proving a murder case without a body. As now retired District Attorney General Al Schmutzer, I love Al Schmutzer or Schmutzer, not sure how you pronounce it, but both ways it's perfect, stated, quote, "In 32 years, I have not tried a murder case without a body," highlighting the difficulty of proving both that a death occurred and that what its cause was without the physical evidence of a body. So prosecutors would have to rely heavily on circumstantial evidence, as we said. The legal challenges for Van quickly escalated later in January 2015. Following his initial not guilty plea, Van was back in court and pleaded not guilty to 6 additional counts of robbery and kidnapping. These new charges were added to his homicide case, specifically counts 4 through 9, which accused Van of robbing and kidnapping or confining multiple people to facilitate his escape after committing first-degree murder. So that brought the total number of charges against Van at that time to 9 charges related to the Darty case.
Oh.
But geez. Van was also still facing those separate charges from that case in 2013 involving his former student.
That he was just never, like, paged to come back for.
Not really, because, like, he, like, all of this happened and he was, like, indicted. I don't think he was fully indicted until after he'd already killed Rhonda. I think that was just, like, sitting in limbo, waiting, you know, like, working toward an indictment. Like, it was going in front of the charges were going in front of a grand jury, but the process hadn't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hadn't been given formal charges yet, and he wasn't going to see his day in court for it until now. They're like, okay, we're going to include this to streamline the legal process. We're going to add these charges to this existing case, and it's all going to be tried together. Okay. So the attorney that had been working on that case in the 2013 charges stepped down. And so the same public defender that was appointed to represent him in the Dardy murder case took it on. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just, like, deemed logical for one lawyer to handle everything, for everything to be tried together, which sounds good on paper, but this combination of charges doesn't always mean justice. And in the end, a lot of times when you have a bunch of charges piled up, like, into one court case, charges get fucking dropped.
Yeah, that gets really sticky. They usually don't let you do that.
No, but I think it was just like, there's so much. We know he's going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Why not tack these on? And
well,
then,
in the interest of, like, in the interest of time and, like, taxpayer dollars,
sure,
these trials are crazy expensive.
Yeah, but the charges of what he did to his former student were dropped to prioritize and focus on the murder and armed robbery charges.
That's fucked.
It's devastating. I mean, thank God this victim's, like, name, identity, not released. They shouldn't be. She deserves her privacy. But, like, that's not justice.
No, it's not.
That's not justice for that girl who was assaulted by a murderer within a few months. Like, a few months before he murdered someone, he assaulted a 13-year-old girl. And so she's not going to be able to see justice for the harm that befell her, that she has to live with for the rest of her fucking life.
And for it being her
how
teacher,
is that fair? Yes.
That's traumatic.
It's so fucked up. So Van, he's in custody. These charges are dropped. They're working on a trial. They're working on his case. In the meantime, they're continuing to search for Rhonda's body for months.
Oh, no.
Like, investigators spent weeks searching Norris Lake, which is where that boat was found at that marina. Like, divers looking everywhere for her. They cannot find her. The family, initially hoping to find her alive, had kind of finally accepted that, like, she's not alive, and had shifted their focus to finding her body for a proper funeral and burial after learning of her murder. And her remains have never been found.
Really?
That's a wish that remains unfulfilled 10 years later.
Oh, no.
On December 2nd, 2015, exactly 1 year after her disappearance, Rhonda Dardy's family held a candlelight memorial at Coolidge Baptist Church in honor of her memory, still without her remains to bury.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. 2 weeks after that memorial, on December 16th, 2015, Lonnie Lee Van, knowing his goose was cooked even without Rhonda's body as evidence, took a plea deal.
Good.
So they didn't end up having to, like, go through a whole long, drawn-out trial process, which I do appreciate for the family, but I also understand that sometimes a plea deal can feel like...
cheat.
Yeah, like lesser justice for the families that are impacted. I do understand that.
It's a compromise.
It is. It can feel like a compromise.
Well, it is a compromise.
Yeah. So he took a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, kidnapping, and tampering with evidence, and was sentenced to 40 years in prison. At the time of his sentencing, he was already 45. He's a gross dude. He doesn't look like he's in good health. I'm pretty confident he will die in prison. He'd be 85 by the time he had any, like, opportunity for parole, if they even granted that to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's walking out of there. I think he might be rolled out of there in a coffin, but
somehow.
Bye. But the plea agreement brought an end to, you know, the growing, like, trial prep phase. But for Rhonda Dardy's family, the closure remains elusive without the discovery of her remains. And we still don't really know exactly why she was targeted, but one connection is at like the major forefront, which is another reason why I'm kind of pissed that they dropped the charges from the 2013 assault of a child. Because Charles Doherty, Rhonda's husband, was a witness for the grand jury that had officially chosen to indict Van on those charges from his former student. So that's like a connection. Charles.
So it was revenge, maybe?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, could this have been some sort of sick revenge, or like you came for me and you're ruining my life. I'm going to kill your wife.
Or maybe he meant to get the husband,
Charles,
but the husband wasn't home.
And he only had that window because he had told his wife, oh, I got this job in Indiana and I'm going to be gone for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And again, like that's one of those things where with a plea deal, we don't have the benefit of a trial to extract all of this additional information, which like obviously curious minds want to know. But like more importantly, Charles and his kids deserve to know why their mother was targeted and taken by this man. And we might never know exactly why, because this guy maintained his innocence. He was pleading not guilty basically until he was like, all right, there's no way. I'm not going to talk, but I will take this guilty plea and I'll just go away for 40 years. And now
why he'd have no incentive to come out with the truth at this point.
No, why fucking bother? Isn't that so crazy?
Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad for that family.
It's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad. And there's like, there was a Dateline, feature about this, but there's not like a lot out there, honestly, about this story that I could find. The sources I found were very local and kind of minimal. And I understand why, because they were kind of withholding a lot of information to the public. And then he took the plea deal. So we didn't get like the benefit of a trial to extract all of these details around like what the fuck was this guy doing and why was he doing this? Because he took the plea and he shut his mouth and now he's behind bars and it's done.
Yeah. It's
just overall such a fucking sad bullshit situation. This woman had nothing to do with him.
No.
Like,
no.
Sorry that her husband, like, it's like a small area. A lot of people go to that church. Somebody fucking saw you pull this bullshit with a student, or like saw you in that area and gave that information to the grand jury, and now you're gonna kill that guy's wife. It's so bizarre.
It's just, yeah. And
it's
his
fucking
like
crazy.
His kind of range of crimes is sort of widespreading too.
He clearly spiraled the fuck out of control. The second he ended Rhonda's life, he was not thinking clearly before he did that, because like, what the fuck was your plan? Go to a friend's house or like a former colleague's house, rob them, go to a Marriott in South Carolina, rob more people, and you think you're actually going to get away?
No.
Like, what? Come on.
Oh.
So, I mean, thanks to him being a fucking idiot, he was apprehended very quickly. I mean, considering the fact that she went missing on December 2nd and he was in custody by like, January 12th or whatever? January 9th?
The whole thing happened pretty fast.
It was quick. And I will give investigators that. They tracked him down. But also, I will give investigators that they showed up when he kept committing crimes that he was getting in trouble for. Like, he kind of did all the work for them. And then there was very clear record of like all the purchases he had made, the boat, the cinder blocks, like all that shit. It's like, bro, you left a trail of breadcrumbs. I'm shocked that the remains were not found. And I do hope to God that one day something is discovered so this family can actually bury their loved one. And I know how important that can be in like different cultures, different religions. Like, it's important. And also to know if we can figure out cause of death, like what he did to this woman.
Yeah.
Because he's already enacted violence against a child. I don't think this was probably a very like clean, quote unquote, situation.
No. Well, and also what happened to her could point to some kind of motive, like if she were sexually assaulted or, I don't know. It's fucking gross. I liked my case better.
Yeah, that's super fair.
Way more dead people, though.
Yeah. But, so that is my weird fanfic
Local
case.
unsolved case.
I mean, it's solved. Like, we know that he did it. But we just, there's not like closure. Like, we don't.
There is as much closure as there would be for an unsolved case, I feel.
Kinda.
Because of that plea deal, because they don't have her. It's like, well, anyway, I hope the family feels differently. I hope that they have
I hope that they
semblance of comfort.
That they have peace, that like her children or now grandchildren are well. And my heart goes out to that family big time. It's really a fucking sad situation. And this woman certainly did not deserve anything that happened to her. Not that anyone does in these situations.
No.
But yeah, thanks, Brittany, for that.
Thank you, Brittany.
God love you. You did good, kid.
Yeah. And now I want to go to Knoxville.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Knoxville show.
Thank you so much for listening. And as usual, if you want to hear this episode and all of our episodes ad-free, join us on Uncorked, because we also got episodes of Spooky Little Bitch, where I talk about shit like this all the time. And Amanda gives advice and a mansplaining.
I do that.
She does that. All right. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!